Hi everybody, welcome to the Google Docs tutorial hosted by the Chester County Library in Henderson, Tennessee. Today we're going to be going over some basic functions in Google Docs to help you get started in creating resumes, letters, whatever kind of documents you need to create. You will need a Google account in order to access this. And you can create an account at google.com. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open your web browser and type in docs.google.com. And that's going to take you to a page that looks something like this. If you've never logged into Google Docs before, you're not going to see any recent documents. You'll just see these options at the top. And these are the options for the document that you're wanting to create. You can choose a blank document to start from scratch, or you can choose from one of their different templates, which can be really helpful, especially if you're trying to create a resume. But for this tutorial, we're just going to select blank. That's going to bring you to a page that looks like this. So you've got your blank document with the blinking cursor, which just shows that you're ready to type in whatever text into the document. But first we want to title it. So let's go over to where it says Untitled Document and just type in what we want our title to be and hit enter. And that's going to automatically save. And everything that you do in Google Docs is automatically saved right after you do it. And you can always see when the last edit was made up at the top. Now I'm just going to type in some text to show you some examples of the different things that you can do. So let's say we want to title our document. There's several different styles you can choose from in Google Docs. For this, we are trying to make a title. So go ahead and highlight title. I'm just going to select title, and it's automatically going to make it look something like this. Now let's say that you don't like how this looks and you want to change it. Maybe you want a different font. You could choose the Cambria font, and let's say you want to make it a different color. Let's make it green. And you can set Google Docs to make all of your titles look this way. And the way that you would do that is go back to where it says title, click Update Title to Match. And from now on, anytime you click title, it's going to look like this. And same for the body text, which is classified as normal text. We can change the font. We can even change the font size, make it a little bigger. And then you would just update normal text to match. All right, so now that we've done that, we can go ahead and learn some of the other functions in here, which we've already shown. I've already shown you the styles. Here you can choose a different font. This is going to increase or decrease your font size. Let's say you want bold text. You would just highlight the text you want bold and click bold. If you change your mind, just hit it again and it goes away. Same for italics. And same for underlining. If you want to change the color of the text, choose from any of these. Let's just choose blue. If you want to highlight, you can also choose to highlight in whatever color you want. I'll just do yellow. Go ahead and reset that. All right, so that's how you can kind of change the text to meet whatever your needs are. Another thing that you can do is you can insert links into your documents. So let me show you an example of that. You're just going to click Insert Link, and let's say we want to insert a link to a website about dogs. So let's just type in dogs. And if you already have a link, you can paste it. If you have something else, I've got some things already preset I could select from, but for this, we're just going to search dogs. And let's just choose this first one, Wikipedia page about dogs. Select that and hit apply. So now that is going to create a link to that Wikipedia page in your document. Another thing that you can do is insert images into your document, and you can do that in several different ways. As you can see, you can upload from your computer, your Google Drive, if you have a link, or you can even use your webcam. For this, I'm just going to search the web, and it's going to bring up a little sidebar like this. And I'm just going to do a Google image search for the dog, which pulls up a lot of pictures of dogs. And I'm just going to choose one. Let's pick this one and insert it. And the picture is now in your document. Of course, it's a little big, so we can resize that. You're just going to click on the photo, and then these little squares on the edge can help you to resize it to whatever size is good for you. Let's go with that. Another thing we can do is create lists. So I'm just going to make my own list, and I'll show you how to do that. So let's just make a grocery list. Just a basic list. And I want it to look like a list. I don't want it to just be plain like this. So I'm going to select the items in the list. You can go up to the top, and you have an option for, we can do numbered lists, which are really going to be more for outlines and resumes, things like that. For this, I just want to do a bulleted list, and there's several different options on what they look like, but I'm just going to go ahead and go with the preset. Click that, and now you've got a bulleted list. Another thing that is really helpful is columns. So let's say that you've got a lot of text on the page, but you'd like to separate it into columns. You can go to Format, Columns, and then you can choose 2 or 3 columns. And those are, you can even do more options and create more, but for the sake of time and simplicity, we won't get into that. Another helpful tool is the Paint Format tool. So if I wanted to quickly make all of the text this green text, we could just highlight it and Paint Format, and then highlight over what we want changed. And now they look exactly the same. Of course, I don't want the body text to look like the title, so I'm going to go over here and hit undo. Okay, so these are some basic functions in Google Docs, and I hope you learned something and are able to use this to create your own Google Docs in the future. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.